Welcome to my kitchen. You get to come into my home today. We're going to do some baking together today. Today we're going to make an Easter bunny cake. I used to make these all the time when I was a little girl. You can do the same thing too while you're at home, maybe with your mom and dad with their help. Are you ready to make it with me? So the first thing you need is a cake mix. I picked my favorite flavor. It's a yellow cake mix. You could use any flavor that you'd like, or you can make it completely from scratch, with your flour and eggs and butter and sugar. But I used a cake mix and added the ingredients to it and made it. So if you'll notice, I've got 2 round cakes here. And so this will make 2 bunnies. We're just gonna make 1 today, but your cake mix will make 2 whole bunnies. You'll also need a can of frosting. I picked creamy vanilla because I want my bunny to be white. But you could use a different flavor if you like. You could also make your frosting homemade. All right, let's see what else we need. You're gonna need some coconut, some sweetened coconut flakes. You'll use that for the hair, and you can use it for the grass as well. If you're not a big fan of coconut, you could also leave that off and just have a chocolate bunny. You could maybe use Oreo crumbs to put on your bunny to make them look like a dark bunny. You'll also need some jelly beans. You'll need some green food coloring. And here's my green food coloring from my container. You'll need some paper for your ears. And I cut mine out of paper and colored the inside pink. And of course I needed scissors for that too. And my crayons. And then when I do my grass here in a little bit, I'll need this to dye my coconut green. Let's get started. So this is the part you'll need your parents' help with. If you'll look down here, I've got our 1 round cake, and I've got a knife. It's sharp, but you could use just a butter knife too, but this cuts better, but you'd want to get your parents to help you with this. So I'm gonna cut it in half, right down the middle. Oh look, 2 halves, good math lesson. All right, so I'm gonna take, and I've got a little platter ready for my bunny over here too. And I'm gonna stand this half up, and I'm gonna stand this half up. Not quite even, but I can put some extra frosting on it. All right, so I've got my bunny started here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a little triangle notch out for his head. All I did is just make a little triangle cut. I got these 2 little pieces right here. And I'm gonna put them back here, and they're gonna be my tail. So this is gonna be my head, this is gonna be my body, that's gonna be my tail, okay? And our ears will go there. So we're gonna frost it next. So I've got my can of vanilla frosting. I got a spreader here too. I can use it to spread it on. So I'm gonna get some frosting. What I need to do is I'm gonna open my bunny up, lay him out there. I've got to get my bunny sticking together. So I'm gonna put some frosting here on my bunny. So my 2 halves will stick together. And if a piece breaks off, that's okay. Icing will just stick it right back on. Okay, so I'm gonna stand this back up. So now my bunny will stick together. Now I'm gonna frost the outside of my bunny. Just carefully put it on there. Sometimes it'll tear a little piece of cake off because the cake's so soft. That means it's yummy. You just keep icing like that. So this is what your bunny will look like after you frosted it. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's the head, there's the body, there's his little tail. Now it did take me just a little bit more icing. I bought 2 tubs just in case. I used a whole tub and just a little bit of one. So you may want to have a little extra. Now we're going to put some hair on our bunny. All right. So what you'll need for your hair is you'll need some coconut. So we'll open up our coconut, but we want to save some for our grass too. So I've got a Ziploc bag for our grass. put a little bit in there, so we'll have just a little bit. We'll set that aside for later. I've got nice clean hands that I've washed for 20 seconds. So I'm going to take some, this can get messy, put a little coconut in my hand. We just kind of sprinkle a little bit on top. Just kind of gently pat it down. When you do the sides, kind of have it in your hand like that and just gently pat and let it fall a little bit. You can always get that extra coconut up later. Now I know some of you may not like coconut, so you could always leave this off. Let's get some hair down there on his tail. Little coconut tail. Let's get some more on this side. You're gonna love this. There's lots of different bunnies that you can make, but this one's my favorite. Let's make sure I got enough on his face there. I think I need a little bit more down there because that's going to be his face. Okay, so we need to dye our grass now. So we have our extra coconut, and I'm going to put in a couple of drops of green food coloring. Not too much, just a couple drops. We can always make it darker. Close it up and shake it up. You see it's getting darker a little bit. Ooh, our grass is getting green. Yeah, it's doing great. I think I want my grass a little bit greener, so I'm going to put a couple of more drops in, because I want my bunny to look like he is laying in the grass. This will be the fun part too for you. Just make sure your bag's closed. All right, so we have nice green grass. We're going to put that grass kind of a little bit around our bunny. Now we need to put eyes on him. Remember, this is his head and the tail's at the back. I've got my jelly beans. Let's see what colors I have. I think he needs pink eyes. So there's one pink, two pink. So I'm going to put one eye there. Oops. Another eye there. If they don't want to stick, you could always use a little extra frosting. I'm going to use a little red nose. You could do pink too as well. Little red nose. Now we're going to take our ears. Remember, I just took some paper and cut out little ear shapes and colored them pink. I'm going to take just a little bit of frosting, put on my paper so that it'll stick pretty good. Okay? You want to put one ear right there. You know how bunnies' ears flop over, so they don't have to be perfect. Now remember, you don't want to eat the paper ears, but you could eat the jelly beans. All right, so let's fold his little ears a little bit. Make sure they look like a little bunny laying in the grass. That looks pretty good. So I hope you enjoy making an Easter bunny cake, maybe with your mom and dad. Happy Easter, everybody.